Relax, Scott. It's just me.
Danny, what the hell are we doing out here?
What do you mean? We just came out, dummy.
I just woke up over there.
I know. You pretended to be dead to scare me.
For some reason, I don't remember anything.
Last night, we watched a few movies, then went to bed. We woke up, had breakfast, watched TV for a while, and then came out here.
Welcome to another episode of Murder the Internet with Jonathan.
And Rich.
Hey,
Low-tax
everybody.
Kayanka.
Whoa, getting all of it in there.
One day I'm going to be verified by Twitter.
No, you're not.
So people will know that I am actually me and I'm not someone else.
You know what's funny is I'm verified by Twitter, and every day I worry that I'm going to have that little blue checky taken away.
The little blue what?
Little blue check mark. That's, you know, the little
I
blue
just
checky.
want to be verified. I just want to know that I'm me.
You don't exist. You're
Who
not
have
real.
I been?
You have been you for like, how long have you been on Twitter?
I've been somebody else.
On Twitter?
I've been on Twitter since 93.
Since 1993.
1893.
So that's probably one of the reasons they don't verify you, because Twitter has only been around since 1894. So when you say 1893, they're like,
1793.
bullshit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, the year of our Lord, 1793.
So who were you tweeting at back in 1793? What were the tweets like back then?
I was like, hey, you know those goofy ass hair things that the judges wear to make them look all regal and shit? Gay!
You mean scrunchies?
I got put on probation for a while on that. No, not scrunchies. the powdered wigs.
Oh, those. Well, they had the scrunchies in the wigs, though.
Did they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you
sorry.
go back
I forgot I'm talking to judge hair scrunchie expert Jonathan Weir.
Well, it was just Marbury or whatever, the first Supreme Court guy.
Supreme what?
Marbury versus
Muldoon.
Muldoon. Thank you. Muldoon. He wore that and was famous for being the first Supreme Court justice to wear a scrunchie. And then everybody's like, hey, let's wear scrunchies. And then he's got a really good idea with the chokers. Really cool. I would think, seeing as you're from 1793, that you would know that.
I'm not from there. I was just tweeting that.
Tweeting back then.
Yeah.
So what else were people
How
tweeting
is this guy
about?
famous if I've never heard of him? Don't you have to hear somebody to
Marbury.
be famous?
I get it in my head right, because I remember
Marlboro Man.
No, yeah, Marlboro Man, thank you, versus Madison, where James Madison was like, we don't want people smoking because they'll all get lung cancer. And Marlboro Man was like, come on.
They didn't have lung cancer back then.
Yeah, they did.
No. Back then,
course they did.
James Madison, the only way that you could die was either getting shot or shooting yourself. And starving. Those are the only ways you could die.
Smallpox.
Huh?
Smallpox.
No thanks.
Well, no, I wasn't offering it to you. I'm saying that's another way you could have died.
Well, how do you know?
Because, well, a lot of people did.
How do you know? Do you know them?
I didn't, because they're dead, so I have no way of knowing.
Oh, so if somebody dies, you can't know them?
Yeah.
You've never known anybody who's died?
I've never known one person who died, no. Everybody, so it's a good thing that we're friends, because everybody I've known still living.
Really?
Except for my brother.
Oh.
And my grandpa.
Oh.
So just don't be related to me.
Well, technically,
all those people related to me are fucked.
when you're dead, you don't count as a person. So everybody that you know is alive.
Sure.
Because once they're dead, I mean, have you ever seen a dead person vote?
Well, I'm from Illinois, so yes, quite a bit.
Oh,
because the Democrats.
political.
Yeah.
Rahm Emanuel.
I went there.
You did.
I didn't mean to. I stumbled into it, kind of like Alice in the Wizard of Oz, you know. And I'm trying to find the yellow
Also
brick road
from
back.
1793.
Also from 1793. Everybody knows
What's
that.
your favorite thing about politics?
My favorite thing about politics is how everybody uses politics as a way to bridge gaps in relationships.
Mine is the politics.
That's pretty good too. Yeah.
I like the politics. I like everything about it. I like to argue. Because I
who?
win every time.
Who do you argue with?
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Some people have called my views racist. Some people have called my views ignorant. But to me, I call them the winning formula.
The winning formula for what?
For politics.
What are you winning?
I know everything about politics.
No, wait, hold on. But you say you're winning.
Yeah.
So what are you winning?
The argument
What argument?
about politics. Some people
Okay,
say...
how do you know you won the argument?
Because I tell myself that.
How do you... Wait, so the argument is won once you tell yourself that you've won?
Okay.
Seems like a really easy way to win an argument.
Let me tell you a little story about when I was at US Toy, and I got a whole bunch of badges that say #1 for free. I give myself a badge every time after I argue politics.
So you just put a little badge on yourself.
And then the other person's like, wait a second, and I just point to the badge and say, argument's over, I won. What are you doing?
So you carry these badges around with you in real life?
No, I just argue on the internet.
Okay, so then how does the person see the badge on you?
I tell them.
Oh.
And if they argue with me, they lose that argument too. And I say,
then you put another pin on.
Motherfucker.
You just take a very slow mo shot of you putting a badge on yourself. Anytime somebody starts an argument, you're just like,
it's an animated GIF.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
And they're like, don't put the badge on. I want to argue. And I'm like, I'm putting the badge on.
It's pierced the shirt. I'm about to close. Oh, look what you did. You made me put another badge on.
Pierce the shirt is also the handle I use when I'm arguing politics.
Oh,
because I don't want to use low tax because then, first of all, I'm not the real low tax.
No,
it's somebody else. Somebody who's verified is the real low tax. Yeah. I'm Pierce the shirt, 28.
Do you think low tax has Twitter? Because I'm pretty sure
I hate that guy.
Is he still in jail?
I hope so.
Yeah.
No, I think he died.
Oh, he's dead?
I don't know.
Yeah.
If I don't know the status of a person, I just guess that they're dead. You got a 50-50.
Yeah. All right. So you argue with people online about on Twitter.
Arguing online is fun.
You win every argument, of course.
Oh.
Because you're smarter than the other people, or because you tell yourself you won and you put a pin on?
I took debate in 6th grade, I believe. The only thing I remember from it was that I had a partner named Damian Shankevich. He was very Polish, by the way. And we were debating against 2 girls. And he got so mad that he said, "Shut up, bitches!" And he threw coat hangers at them and ran out of the room. Seriously.
Wait, your partner did?
Yes.
It was one of the cross-examination questions. How many light bulbs does it take to...
No, I think they just started the debate, and he got so flustered, he told the women that they were the girls that they were bitches.
See, I was actually on the debate team in high school.
Did you throw coat hangers?
We didn't. I was kicked off the team junior year, so I don't think I got to the coat hanger part. This is a true story. I used the fact that I was on the debate team as an excuse to get out of things. For instance, school. Like there was a big debate trip, and I said I was going on it, even though I had already said that I wasn't going to go on it. So then I skipped school for 3 days. And then when they found out that I wasn't actually on the debate trip, they went, "Yeah, you're off the team." And I went, it's kind of done with this shit anyway.
I used that excuse to get out of debates. I would say, I'm on the debate team.
So
and they're like, okay, well, we're debating here. And I'm like, the other one. And then they'd say, which other one? And then I threw coat hangers at them and left. And then I put the ribbon on myself. Number 1, I won the argument.
That's the best way to win. I actually, the way I knew I won an argument in debate is they gave me a gavel with my name on it.
Oh.
And they were like, if anybody argues against you with it, you just bash them in the head with this thing and say, "I won, donk, donk, donk."
That's how you got the nickname the Gaveler.
That's how I got that nickname.
Also the Assaulter.
Right. That was when I took it a little too far.
Well, yeah. Well, you got a gavel. You're going to use it. With gavel, we'll travel.
I mean,
it's an old saying.
They advised me to use it. How was I supposed to know that if you hit a baby and it's fontanelle with the thing, that it could cause severe brain damage?
Was the baby trying to get your chicken nuggets?
Yes!
Okay, that's justified.
I thought so too.
Here's the thing.
According to Mayor McCheese and Sheriff Big Mac, no.
Well,
then
Trump.
I put in big fucking McDonald's jail.
Trump just pardoned Sheriff Big Mac.
He did, that's right.
Yeah, it was great because, Sheriff Big Mac was putting, the Fry Guys in concentration camps, making them freeze their balls off during the winter. And Trump's like, this guy's a true hero. I'm bringing him back out of jail. And everybody's yay. Our Fry, yay. And so he's back now. He's raising funds for his inevitable court cases against all the Fry Guys.
And Mac Tonight.
Yeah, well, Mac Tonight actually died giving birth in one of the McDonald's concentration camps.
Really? Because he was shackled to the bed by Sheriff Big Mac.
Yeah, by the chocolate sundae bed.
Right.
The bed of chocolate sundaes.
I know Mac Tonight was suing Mayor McCheese for using his songs without paying the ASCAP fees for him.
You know what? I'm thinking about the 80s commercials with Mac Tonight, and they were really, really quite good.
They were amazing.
Because Mac Tonight, I mean, when you look at him, sure, he's scary. Sure, he's disgusting.
Sure, he always has, blood kind of ringing his mouth for some reason.
Yeah, sure, he looks like he escaped from a Clive Barker novel.
Yes.
But as an entertainer, he's all those things, but he can sing.
Here's the thing I always wondered about Mac Tonight. He had
Tickle the Ivory, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
fabulous.
Right. He had a crescent moon for a head, right?
He sure did.
And that was Mac Tonight. Is there a version of him with a full moon head? Out of that, that really early French film where they shoot the thing into the moon face.
Yes,
the Smashing Pumpkins video eventually ripped off. You know what I'm talking about? Where they shoot the rocket into. Is there that? Is there a that thing.
What about during the eclipse?
Right. What
Does
was
his head just
Mac doing?
vanish?
Yeah. Is he gone?
Holy shit, I never thought about this. The various faces of Mac tonight. He could commit a crime as
Right.
Crescent Face.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, and they're like, oh God, you're 3/4 face.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And he's like, it's probably my brother. And they're like, why are you laughing? He's like, no reason. And he puts a #1 badge on him. He's like,
I won.
#1 at crimes, motherfucker. And they got people trying to ID him. They're like, it's the guy with the moon at his head. And they're like, okay, well, what position was the moon or how full was it? And they're like, 3/4. And he's like, I'm 1/4, bitch.
You know, fast food mascot I always liked was the Noid. They got rid of him way too quickly from Domino's.
Yeah, well, people got annoyed by the Noid.
Well, when you set it out like that in the first place, that he's annoying, then, but it just looked like a little kid running around in onesie pajamas.
No, because he fucked shit up. That's the thing.
What did he fuck up? I don't remember that.
He'd make things annoying, first of all.
Well, yeah, but he was a kid.
Like, he wasn't a kid. He was a
child.
creature.
He was obviously a child.
He had rabbit ears.
Yeah, like children do.
Oh, yeah, before they fall off.
Right, before they fall off. You lose your kid
that's
ears.
circumcision.
Just like your children teeth.
My children have lost their teeth after I've hit them for, misbehaving.
Right.
But it's okay because it's corporal punishment. It says so in the Bible. Hit your child, win a book.
You live in Missouri.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, you get in trouble.
It says that in the Bible. You live in Missouri, too.
Yeah, I see because I live in Kansas, the problem I have is not only do I have to beat my children, I can't abort them.
No.
Also, I have to scream at them that evolution isn't real. Dinosaurs didn't exist. We're not descended from apes.
Nothing exists.
Nothing exists.
Except you. And a cactus,
Right.
I think, somewhere.
There's a cactus in Kansas?
No, but it exists. Just like God. God doesn't live in Kansas, but he exists.
Yes, he does.
Where?
I'm pretty sure somewhere like just north of Wichita.
What kind of house does he have?
A modest one for
Nick
God.
Mansion by Ronald McDonald.
It's kind of like in Raiders, not Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost God.
Crusade, when he finds the cup that Jesus would get fucking wasted out of, and he's like, oh well, cup of a carpenter, it's the most modest cup there. That's like God's house. It's a nice little ranch house. Just
does he
north
have
of
that
Wichita.
invisible bridge?
Yeah,
That'd be cool to have a moat.
he does. He has
With an
that.
invisible bridge.
It's a moat filled with souls and ghost crocodiles.
So souls have mass?
Yeah, well, when you concentrate that many, sure.
Concentration camp?
Yeah, concentration camp moat of souls and ghost crocodiles. And Jesus comes by and visits every once in a while, but not enough.
he could email.
He could,
He could call.
God's on Facebook now.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm like, if God's on there,
You
I
have
don't
enough
want him
problems
reading.
with Twitter. I can't imagine you
No,
on
I
Facebook.
don't. That Lodex guy might.
Yeah.
Not me. I don't know who the fuck I am.
By the way, we have a Facebook page for Murder the Internet that I have not
We
kept
do?
up with it. Yeah. I made it like a month
that's
and
the
a
thing
half
I've been
ago,
meaning to do.
And I have not done anything with it at all. Every once in a while, I see that somebody has liked it or whatever, and I go, that makes me feel bad. I should probably, update it, but
No. I'll work on doing that. By the way, there's like a million ways that you can donate to keep your favorite podcast, whatever it may be,
yeah.
on the internet.
Right. It's not this one.
Yeah, there's a Patreon.
For us.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gaming garbage, which naturally is English for murder the internet. So you go to patreon.com, gaming garbage, and where it says the amount of money you want to put in, just type in a number greater than 0 followed by a bunch of zeros.
Hopefully.
What's your credit limit? That's how much we want.
Throw a comma in there somewhere.
No, it won't accept commas.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why would it?
I don't know.
Because then somebody can donate comma to us, and what does that mean?
Well, I don't want commas.
Comma,
I'm not a communist. Anyway, but donate to our Patreon, and you'll get more funny stuff like this.
Yeah, it will. If I do it, you will.
Uh-huh.
You'll get to hear us talk.
Which is really a treat. Isn't it? Like, I've thought about this because, in my daywalker life, I'm a talk show host, and I thought how weird it is, how conceited it is of me to go, I'm so entertaining that people just want to hear me talk. That's a weird thing to think about yourself.
Wait, well, what do actors say?
I'm so great that people want to look at me pretending to be somebody else.
Yeah.
But I could see that being interesting.
Why? They're just saying words with a face.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll put an animated GIF of us talking.
Look at that guy pretending to be somebody else, which is weird because why is it that an actor gets accolades when they are so good at pretending to be somebody else that you can't tell they're pretending to be somebody else? You would think it'd be the guy who's like, that guy's obviously just has no idea who the fuck he really is. He's really pretending to be somebody else.
Why don't they just get the person they're pretending to be? And then you don't have to pay all the fees for the actors.
Sometimes those people are dead.
So you get someone else who's supposed to be the person that they're supposed to be.
Okay, so you just don't make movies about anything.
You change the movie.
Don't make the movie about dead people in the past.
Rewriting the script. And that's what it's called. It's called revisions.
Which is probably why in the movie Genghis Khan from 1967, instead of having Genghis Khan in it, they had John Wayne playing Genghis Khan.
And it was about Richard Nixon.
It was all about Nixon.
Yeah. And they actually got Nixon to play the role of John Wayne as Genghis Khan. And John Wayne's Genghis Khan presents Richard Nixon, the movie. About Caligula.
I would watch that movie.
Richard Burton.
I would watch it and probably enjoy it a lot more than John Wayne's Genghis Khan.
It's very confusing.
Yeah. So, we were talking about fast food mascots, I think.
Yeah, the Noid.
The Noid. So what's wrong with the Noid? How did he annoy
people? I think that he was like it was something about the other drivers for like Pizza Hut, and they come and it
was Domino's first of all.
I know, I'm talking about competitors. I know the Noid is for Domino's. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so anyways, like Pizza Hut, it'd take them like 7 hours to get your house, and I'm a slovenly fucker. Here's your pizza, and then they open it up, and there'd just be like 7 loose teeth and a toothpick and like a note that says, I owe you 1 pizza.
Yeah.
And the Noid would be like, you got the Noid! That's what he would say.
Where would the Noid be?
In the pizza box.
In the pizza box.
He
with
could,
the teeth?
Yes.
Okay.
They weren't his teeth, they were from his victims at the previous houses.
So the Noid was killing people and taking their teeth?
I didn't say anything about murder. I just said something about forcibly removing teeth.
Well, isn't that what a dentist does?
Corbin Burnson and the dentist did.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
But he murdered people.
Okay, he murdered people too, but I'm just saying, are you saying a dentist is a villain?
No, I'm saying having your teeth removed is a form of annoyance.
That's a little annoying. Unless it's like a wisdom tooth that's compacted and really
still
bothering you.
Still annoying.
I mean, it's not a great thing.
Say you're on the way to the mall. Okay, hypothetical situation. Just throwing this out there. You're on your way to the mall.
How do you know that I go to the mall every day?
This is a hypothetical situation. Okay. You're on your way to the mall.
I do.
In your clown car that you drive.
Yes.
Driving to the mall. Stop at a red light. All of a sudden, you look to your right. Guy, little tiny guy, wearing what looks like pajamas. He's got buck teeth and rabbit ears, and he's like, let me in. And you're like, oh, this little scampering ne'er-do-well deserves a ride to the mall. So you open up the door for him. He comes in. He's got a set of pliers. You're like, what are you gonna do with those pliers? He's like, this will just annoy you a little bit. He starts pulling out your teeth. You're like, shit, this is annoying. And then you kick him out. You say, no more rides for you, motherfucker.
And then your wife comes home and she's like, what happened to your teeth? You're like, no!
Yeah. Wait, if you have your teeth gone, why does that impair your speech?
It does.
Why?
Because your teeth aren't there. You use your teeth to pronounce a lot of things.
I don't want to use my lips and my tongue.
No, if you don't have your teeth, you don't have like anything to push your tongue against to make a lot of the mouth words.
Your gums.
No.
Gums are nature's teeth.
You get tired talk is pushing your teeth against
gums.
It doesn't work.
How the fuck do you think people spoke before teeth were invented?
I don't think they did. I think they just walked around ashamed to open their mouths because they were all like, oh God, people are going to see I don't have any teeth and they're going to think that I'm smoking meth.
Back then, the Noid was really pissed off. He's like, I'm going to remove your...
I guess not.
Hey, over you. Hey, you over there. I'm going to... Oh, fuck. And he's like, when will people evolve to have teeth? And then God said, here's some teeth for you, Noid. Yeah. Because God and the Noid were on the same team.
So there was the Noid. There was also the Chihuahua for a little while.
Cool Spot. 7-Up.
Cool Spot for 7-Up. That's true.
Spuds MacKenzie.
Both of them, Noid and Cool Spot, had their own video games.
Yeah.
Did they ever they should have crossed over, had a crossover.
It's like crossing the streams with Ghostbusters, the whole world.
I would totally watch that.
The Noid was a platformer where so was Cool Spot. Yeah, they were both platformers where you just kind of go to the right and jump.
And collect
on things, away from things.
I believe in the Noid game you collected pizza and teeth. And in Cool Spot
you write IOU notes for pizza.
In the Cool Spot you collected sunglasses?
No, because he already has a set of sunglasses.
No, yeah, but he needs more.
You collect
it's
spots.
Never enough. You know how you are when you have one pair of sunglasses. You're like, oh God, I need more because what if I lose these sunglasses?
I just say that when I lose the sunglasses. I don't think about the future. Yeah. I'm an optimist. I think in the future I will always have these sunglasses, and then I lose them, and I say, okay, in the present, I don't have any sunglasses, but now I will get sunglasses.
Maybe it's just me. I'm the only person that has a sunglass room in my house, but that's what I do because I'm terrified of losing sunglasses.
I go to the mall.
What's going to happen?
I go to the mall and I give people in red jumpsuits a ride. That's
really?
What I do.
You give why?
For fun.
Oh,
because they want to get
in
somewhere.
Your clown car?
I have a cool car.
Could you get pulled over if you were driving a clown car and you weren't a clown? I mean, is that legal?
No.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
I don't know.
Okay. So anyways, cool spot. His power was that he had sunglasses and he was two-dimensional. Could he talk? He couldn't talk. He had a
I
mouth.
swear to God, I thought he
But
talked.
he couldn't scream. What
Didn't he?
did he say?
Hey, I'm cool spot.
That's not cool, though. He would have to say it in a cool voice. Okay. I got a problem with the name then. Cool Spot. Spot is right. He's a spot.
Sure, sure.
Just like melanoma, spot. But unlike melanoma, he had sunglasses.
And unlike
hands.
Yeah, and he had perfectly defined margins, so you knew he wasn't.
He had
spreading.
margins?
Yeah, he had margins. He was just
Padding?
circled, right? If you,
yeah.
if you see a spot like that, you know it's cool. It taught all of us how to spot melanoma at a very early age.
Yeah, you look for the sunglasses.
Right. If you see the
and
sunglasses and it's red, you know it's cool.
And you gotta drink more 7-Up.
You're like, well, look at this spot. It's red, but it doesn't have sunglasses. Your dermatologist will be like, you're dead. You might as well just fucking...
You got bit by a mosquito or the Noid.
Yeah. Here's a pamphlet for funerals. Make sure you get one.
Do doctors have pamphlets for funerals? Like, it's just a pamphlet that says, funeral. What is a funeral? Answer, when you die.
If you go into a doctor's office and you just see a bunch of pamphlets for a funeral, would you? Would
You know
like,
it's a good...
I don't know if I trust this guy.
Well, you know he's an
I don't know
honest
if he's
doctor.
The best. He's very pessimistic. Like he comes in, and he's like, "Hey, oh man, just looking at you, I can tell." No, I'm just here to get. I just need to re-up on my meds, my Wellbutrin. Yeah.
I'm here with my wife. She actually has the cold. No, you got death disease.
Yeah.
You got like 0 days to live.
Yeah, that's...
Take this pamphlet for funeral.
Here's a Bible. Here's a whip to lash yourself with. Hopefully God will forgive your sins.
The lashing whip.
Lashing whip, yep.
That's they used to do that with trepanning. You got the lashing whip, for self-flagellation.
Right.
And then you drill the thing through your head to let the demons out.
I know self-flagellation is whipping yourself, but doesn't it always sound a little bit like, something else?
Self-flaggy?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Like you're putting a flag on yourself?
So it's patriotic?
Yeah.
It's patriotic to
You're
eat
red,
yourself?
white, and blue after the end of it. Let me tell you that.
Oh, wait,
Put an
where's
American
the blue come
flag
from?
on your back.
Where's
What?
the blue come from?
The blue comes from...
Oh, like the blood that hasn't
right,
oxidized yet.
Right.
I got you.
It hasn't been ripped out of your system. It's just the bruising. Right. Red, white, and blue. That's
the
how
way-
I show patriotism is I go around hitting people with a cat of nine tails and go, hey, guess what? America. And
So
they go,
it's-
oh, I guess so. Okay.
It's self-flagellation for others.
For others.
Also known as assault, which you are also known as. Correct?
I've been called very salty.
By whom?
Not nobody. I'm sorry.
You could call yourself it.
No, it's okay. I was going for something.
You're not a sea urchin.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
So I'm done.
Okay. So we had Spuds MacKenzie.
Spuds MacKenzie was my favorite.
I like how he said he's the original party animal. Because I was always thinking, is this guy the first, or were there other party animals before him? Like, a stork that just like
Dropped animals into parties.
Yeah.
Like you're having a party, like this is pretty lame, and then a fucking party turtle would come down from the chimney. This stork would drop the party turtle.
Why'd it come from the chimney?
Well, how else is a stork gonna get a fucking turtle into your house?
I'm not having the party in the house. It's outside by a gazebo.
Oh, okay, that makes it easier.
I'm enjoying the weather.
That makes it easier for the stork. So the stork drops it, next to the gazebo. Then you have the party turtle, right? Are there different party animals besides?
What does the party turtle do? It can't hold a drink.
That's
it can't
what I'm saying.
spin
That's
records.
why Spuds MacKenzie is the best, because the fucking turtle.
Well,
That's not fun.
no. Spuds MacKenzie wasn't known as the best party animal. He was the original.
I'm saying
there could be better ones.
I'm not saying that he called himself the best. That's what made him the best.
In your opinion, which is wrong.
Well, so a party turtle is better than a party... What was he, a pit bull? What was...
He was an animal.
He was an animal.
That's the thing about animals, is that they're all animals.
Okay, so anyway, he was an animal mixed with party. And
He was part red cup.
yeah.
They call him the red pup cup. That's what they call him if they're retarded.
So you're saying that would be better than, or not as good as a turtle?
He would show up at parties, and if the party was lame, he would bite people.
He would just start attacking.
He was
them
rabid.
viciously. Yeah.
Also, if the party was good, he would bite people.
So if you're
that
at
was his thing. It was the original party assaulting animal.
So if you're at a party and somebody's like, hey, everybody, let's play charades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he would do that before.
You do that before.
Like, as soon as the party starts, just starts biting fuckers everywhere, left and right, blood.
Doesn't even wait for it to go bad.
He gnashes.
Yeah.
That's what he does. He gnashes people.
He rips.
He's the original party gnasher.
Yeah. There was also the Taco Bell Chihuahua.
Remember, like
which I liked because it was Cheech Marin, and everybody was like, "That's racist," and no, it's just Cheech
for
Marin.
hundreds of years, people lived in terror of having parties because of the original party animal.
Because of the original party animal. Spuds
Yeah, everybody
MacKenzie.
would die. They're like, "Hey, would you like to throw a birthday party?" No, I'm good.
So it's like the Krampus.
No,
Like the thing that
that
would
movie
follow.
sucked.
I'm not saying it. No, but it's based on the mythological
No,
thing.
it's not. It's a
From-
movie.
Oh my
Jesus,
God. Not everything that's a movie is an original idea.
prove it.
I will direct you to any movie that's out right now.
Okay,
None
name
of them.
one.
Wonder Woman
What about it?
did not begin as an original movie. Began as like a comic book.
Then how'd they make a movie?
They made the movie based on the comic books.
No, it's called
they
screenplay.
didn't.
They base it off the screenplay. That's how you make a movie,
So
with
how
a
the-
screenplay.
Why are there comics from like the 1970s and
Nothing to
not
do with
only
it.
that, but a TV show?
Oh, did the comics write the screenplay? No, people did.
God damn it, you got me there.
Do you know anything about people? They write screenplays. That's what they do.
I know like 3 things about
And then
people.
there's Wonder Woman. What?
What 3 things I know about people?
Yeah.
Shit.
They wear sandals.
I got that. Occasionally they go, "Hey, what's up?" I got that.
Well,
And then,
you just said it, so that confirms it.
Then the third thing
you are people.
I know about people is they do not enjoy being mauled by dogs.
They like heroin.
That's 4 things. Okay.
Okay, so that's the only 4 things that we know about
4
people.
things that we know about people.
Like
we'll
heroin.
add to this list later.
But you're insinuating there's more?
Well, I think there is. I'm saying those are the only things we know about people.
People like brevity. Let's just end at 4.
Okay, 4.
No, wait, but people also like lists that end on an odd number.
number,
So
right.
you have to think of one more thing.
Oh, Jesus.
About
Well,
people.
what you just said that's the 5th thing. Is
Oh!
that people like
I'm
lists
so
that end on an
smart.
odd number. Way to
I'm
go,
really good
BuzzFeed.
at things.
Good job.
Okay, we did it.
All right.
I feel like we've accomplished something.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were talking about the Chihuahua?
Taco Bell Chihuahua, who was awesome.
Yeah,
And
he had
then
that catchphrase, eat my shit.
Yeah.
Hey, eat my shit.
Eat this shit, you fucking pig!
Yeah, no, that was, they had to cut that last part out.
Really?
Yeah, because you have to have, quick and concise or else people can't remember it.
Oh, good
like, you
point.
fucking pig, that's an extra 3 words. How am I going to remember
Yeah,
that?
because McDonald's original slogan was ba 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 ba. I'm loving it. How you're all dying of diabetes.
Oh.
Right, but they had to cut that last part off because you're right, brevity.
Well, not everybody had diabetes. I mean, some people died of
No, it was just the jingle writer. He was talking to his wife, who was dying of diabetes. He came up with it as she was getting her foot sawed off, and he was like, "I love it. You're dying of diabetes."
And she's like, why didn't you just say the last part instead of the buzz that took up, 75% of the song? You could just cut to the chase and just told me the last part.
And he was like, "I'm a jingle writer. I get paid by the word, you stupid bitch. This is why they're cutting your feet off."
So he got paid for insulting his wife.
Yeah.
Is that how jingle writers work?
That's almost every jingle is based on the jingle writer hating his wife.
So it's misogyny, basically.
Yeah.
And misogyny getting your foot sawed off.
Sure. I mean,
Okay.
it's not. I mean, I'm not saying they're all based on a jingle writer's wife dying of diabetes. For instance, You Got the Right One, Baby. It was Diet Pepsi, right? The jingle writer was actually saying, "You got the right one, baby," when it was his wife trying to pick out children. And you're like,
From
"You got the
where?
right one, baby." And she was like, "I don't like this one." He's like, "That's the right one."
From where? Where do you pick out children?
The baby patch.
Baby patch?
Baby patch.
Where's the baby patch?
They probably don't have them anymore, but they used to be. I think they were called orphanages or something. But they existed, and you'd go there and you'd pay the guy up front and be like, "I want some babies," and
Why you just
welcome to the baby patch.
Why don't you
There
just
go.
make one out of your stomach like a woman does?
Well, that's why he hates his wife.
But
'Cause she
why are they
can't
still
do that.
married? This
'Cause
is a
she's like,
loveless
eh.
relationship. They should just call it quits
Wait,
instead of
why
going
is-
to pick out an orphan.
How is it loveless?
Because she won't make a baby because he doesn't want to do the thing.
There's nothing more beautiful than a man and a woman not having sex, going to an orphanage and buying a child.
Baby patch, you mean?
Baby patching. That's
Yeah.
how I explain the birds and the bees to my son.
No. First of all, it's against God's plan to get an orphan. You have to make the baby yourself.
Well, then
Orphans don't even have souls because someone else made them. You don't know who. Could have been Satan. They could have just been there to begin with.
That's true.
You got to make your own babies. You can't adopt. Adopting is just the greatest act of sin.
It's horrible.
Because
that
first of all,
people
these kids
do
are
it.
fucked up. One of them starts fires. Another one is Satan's spawn.
Let
We
me
don't
ask you
know
something.
it.
Have you ever seen a movie where a couple adopted a baby that it ended up being okay? No,
Yeah.
you're right. They're
Problem
always
child.
evil.
Problem child.
Exactly. Case in point.
But at the end, it was happy because he did something to make John Ritter happy that
Was it
ultimately
John-
led to his
Was it John
death.
Ritter?
Yeah.
I thought it was Charles. What's his face from?
Durning.
No. Oh, I was thinking,
Bronson.
I was thinking of Beethoven.
Yeah, he adopted the dog
Right.
from a baby patch.
Shouldn't even adopt a dog, because you look at that he adopted a dog. Marley Me, they adopted a dog.
Yeah.
Unless you give birth to the dog.
Yes.
There's
you
no
have
way.
to get a dog to impregnate your wife.
Right.
But then the dog would be half human.
Yeah.
How do you...
Those are the only good dogs.
So
like
yeah,
Spuds MacKenzie, the original party animal.
You have to marry a dog and then get another dog to come over. I don't want to use the, the word that starts with the letter C-U-C-K, but the two dogs do it. They give birth to a beautiful bouncing baby dog. There you go.
Dogman.
No, it's a dog.
Starring Danny DeVito.
Was he in it?
He was, yeah, Dogman.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was they had that crime caper. Remember that?
Yeah, he was always smelling crime.
Yeah, it was called The Dog That Crime Stench Will Be the Victim of a Dog, comma, Dog Man.
Starring Danny DeVito.
Starring Danny DeVito. That was also in the tagline.
He was always like going under women's skirts and be like, I don't see any crime up here, but let me check.
Yeah. Oh, I just see a fucking cunt, and I'm not talking about the broad who has the vagina.
But I kind of am, because she's yelling at me right now.
And I'm Danny DeVito, and I've been in a bunch of comedies in the 70s that were not successful, but did have car washes.
Yeah.
He was.
I thought the comedy you were talking about with Danny DeVito was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which is hilarious.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
What's it about?
He's a mental patient.
Really? Mm-hmm. Good for him.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson's this mental patient. It's a little bit confusing because he goes to a mental asylum for fucking a 16-year-old girl.
Roman Polanski.
Well, I think he got the idea from his buddy Roman Polanski, who raped a 13-year-old in a hot tub while Jack Nicholson was there. But Jack Nicholson fucks a 16-year-old or something, goes to a mental institution for it. And then he goes in there and he's like, oh, I'm crazy. I don't follow the rules. And this nurse
I'm a joker.
This nurse is like, look, I've had it with you. Stop. Just follow the rules for once. And he's like, I'm not gonna. I'm a rebel. I fuck 16-year-olds even though it's not legal. And she's like, okay, that's it. Just cut off part of his brain. So they cut off part of his brain. An Indian throws a drinking fountain through a window.
Good for
Danny
him.
DeVito just sits there the whole time going,
What are you going to do?
what are you going to do? What are you going to do, man? Laka, bring me car number 7, he says at the end.
See, here's the thing. I like movies where things explode. I like to see cars go really fast
The
and
window
then
explodes
explode.
when the Indian throws a water
With fire?
thing through it. Okay, there's not a lot of fire, but I mean, there's certainly that
I
explosion.
like big explosions in real life and in movies. I like to light fires.
Okay.
Fire's good. People say there's something wrong with fire. I don't see any problem with
Then
it.
you would probably like the movie Backdraft.
I don't like how firemen stop fires.
Oh, so you don't like that backdraft?
No,
then.
I want firemen who encourage fire. Because then they live to their name firemen. They're not fire stopmen.
You're right. Shouldn't they be called watermen? Like, look,
They don't always use water.
say you just started existing.
Yes. I did that once.
You just started,
Overrated.
You just started existing in a house that is on fire. So you're just born into a room. The house is immediately on fire, and you're like, "Oh my god, who do we call?" And somebody goes, "You got to call the fireman."
Wait,
Why the fuck would I call a fireman? What's next? If there's flooding, I'm going to call the waterman.
What the fuck's a waterman?
Right.
He sounds like a district attorney or
You would
something.
want the watermen to show up to put out the fire.
When you're injured on the job, call waterman.
See, Ghostbusters makes sense. They weren't called the Ghost Men.
Well, yeah, but
It
so
should
they
be
should be called
Firebusters or
Firebusters?
Fire Snuffers. Yeah.
Firebusters sounds like a Japanese like shoot 'em up game.
Yeah, it
Firebusters.
does.
I think I'm gonna sneeze. I'm not gonna sneeze.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. People are going to be sitting there going, I bet he's going to sneeze.
Not because I'm gonna edit it out. Yeah. It's the
Where
it's
does
the
it go?
miracles of nonlinear editing. Nonlinear editing.
Where does the sneeze go when it doesn't happen?
Nowhere.
Nowhere?
If a tree falls and it sneezes. Okay, so I just started existing, right?
Right, yeah. In the middle of a room
At
that's
what
on
age?
fire.
At what age?
You're like 37.
Okay, how did this happen? Set up the backstory for me.
This is hypothetical. I don't need to explain the hypothetical situation in
This
which
is like the
you
worst
just
Twilight Zone episode. A man just appears in a room on fire and gets confused by the terminology of fireman because that's the one thing
so
that he was
refuses
not
to
taught.
call them and he burns to death. Right? Yeah.
And then like the narrator says like, what happens when a man who just starts existing at the age of 37 is in a room on fire and doesn't know who to call?
No!
Yes.
There you go.
Stop interrupting me. I'm the narrator.
I'm Rod Serling.
That was the worst Rod Serling.
That was really
person.
good.
Was it?
Well, you need to
That was more gruff.
You need to like have a trach ring.
What happens?
Right.
There we go.
Rod Serling.
How did we get to that from Mascots?
But the whole thing about that,
Huh?
the Room on Fire, would have something to do with communism, because almost every Twilight Zone episode that I've seen in some way had to do with fear of communists.
You know, that's
so
what
like the fire is communist because it's red.
Yeah, room is communist.
The room is communist. The guy is obviously America.
Communist.
He's afraid of the fire when all he needs to do is actually embrace the fire, and then he'll live fine.
That's what I hate about science fiction is that it's always an analogy for something.
Yeah, knock it off.
What about if I don't want to think?
Right.
What if I just want to see some science fiction?
Here's the thing. I actually, and this is a serious point, I watch science fiction so I can escape my shitty reality.
Yeah.
I don't watch science fiction so I'd be like, oh, that helps me explain the reason why people are so shitty in this reality.
Actually about
I don't need
minorities.
that. You know what I need? I need an escape, goddammit. Quit trying to make me think.
I don't like the movie. Yeah, it's like, who goes to a movie theater to think? You go to like a university to think.
Yeah.
You know, as they say in Britain, college. You go there to think. You think in competitions. You go there, try to outthink the other team.
How do thinking competitions work? I've never heard
You
of
sit
this.
there and you think.
Okay, so who wins?
The best thinker.
Who's the judge?
Thinky. Thinky's the judge.
Thinky the judge? Mm-hmm. Is it just one guy named Thinky, or is that
No,
the title?
that's the name of the judge.
The name
You
of the
can be
judge.
elevated to the position of Thinky if you win enough thinking
So
competitions.
wait, how does he decide who wins?
The winner wins. The guy
winner?
who does it the best,
The one who's
obviously.
concentrating the hardest.
What the fuck? Yeah, the guy who does it the best is the winner. The other person is a loser.
All right.
That's how competitions go.
So, like, if one guy goes, duh, at some point, then he's like, you're out.
No, because you could be thinking well while saying duh. That's actually a way to throw it off. It's called the fool's gambit. See, what you do is you're thinking the shit out of things, but you're going duh. And then your opponent's like, this guy probably is not thinking at all. But you're actually thinking the shit out of them. You get to the end, you got all the thinking points.
Oh, wow.
You've won.
Okay, so you're
You'll
thinking...
become thinky in no time.
You're thinking for two because you're predicting what that other guy's
Yeah,
thinking.
you and
Right.
me and Baby and Marley make three.
That's right.
Is a popular thinky term at the thinking competition.
Did Hardee's ever have a mascot?
Illness. Foodborne illness was Hardee's.
Colon cancer.
Isn't Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
It's
that
a star. Right, that's what it is. Ugh. Yeah, they weren't trying with that one.
No, it's just like,
What's easy to draw? A fucking star?
I got clip art here. We can either use a man crossing the road or a star. And they're like, oh, the man crossing the road, you know, that's always been used on signs. Like, are stars on signs? No, okay.
There we go. Stars, we got it.
So it was originally Hardee's, home of the clip art. But then they had to sell shitty hamburgers and roast beef or whatever the fuck they sell.
They sell hamburgers.
They sell bad service.
That's Arby's that sells roast beef, and I don't think that they... No, they have a hat. They're that's what it is.
A hat?
It's a hat.
I thought it was a mitten, a glove.
You're right, it's a mitten. No, I think it used to be a hat, but it...
A hat?
Yeah, like a talking hat. I don't fucking know. But hold on. When I was in Florida, there was like the original Arby's or just a really old Arby's, and it had like in it, you would go in there and be like, remember hat, the talking hat? And you'd be like, no, I
Like
don't
a
remember.
magician's hat?
Yeah, like you'd put it on and it would start telling you things about your deepest desires and wishes. And
Yeah,
things
your
like
true
that.
enemies.
But it would always end with, and you want roast beef. So you put it on and be like, hey, you really like to look at women taking their socks off, don't you? You like to masturbate to eyeballs, and you want some roast beef.
From Arby's?
From
No.
Arby's, that's what it was.
Who's gone to a fast food restaurant to have a hat tell them about what they jack off to and offer them roast beef? That's not the traditional fast food restaurant
Probably
setup.
why it's not the mascot anymore.
Oh, so now it's a glove. Now it's just like, you can jack off with me to the
put
to
me
all the
on
images
and- yeah.
of women taking off their socks. Then you can have some roast beef.
Yep.
Much like a woman's vagina. It's floppy and smells.
Hey,
What?
you just said smells. You didn't say smells bad, so I guess it's
Smells bad.
roast beef smells. No, roast beef.
Arby's?
Arby's roast beef smells okay.
If you like hot burning trash, it's
You
good.
have a much more advanced palate than I do.
Yeah, I don't like eating
will
shit.
Eat garbage. I don't care.
You do eat garbage
I
if
do.
you eat Arby's.
I don't care. I like
awful.
it. Tastes good to me. And I like jerking off in oven mitts, which is the equivalent of eating Arby's.
I've never even seen somebody wear an oven mitt at Arby's.
That's a good point. Why the fuck is the mascot of Arby's an oven mitt? Because I've seen Chihuahuas in Taco Bell, walking around.
Well, that's how they get the taco meat.
Obviously, when you go to McDonald's, there's a clown all over the place.
Yeah, often illegal.
Yeah, many times.
Yeah.
Have you ever, by the way, seen a Ronald McDonald that wasn't like the Ronald McDonald from commercials?
Huh?
I went into McDonald's one time with my son, and there was a Ronald McDonald there who's putting on a little show for the
Oh,
kids.
God, not this story again.
But he didn't sound like the Ronald McDonald from the commercials, who kind of sounds like Mark Summers from Double Dare. This is how he talked. Hey, I'm Ronald McDonald. Bah! Like, it was literally like that. You want some balloons, kids? Okay. And that was it. And this guy had gone to Ronald McDonald Clown Training School, and that's the best he could do.
They have that?
I guess so. I mean, I'm pretty sure they don't just let anybody dress up like Ronald McDonald. McDonald's would sue them for that.
For what?
For impersonating their mascot. Because couldn't somebody just go into McDonald's dressed as Ronald McDonald and be like, this food sucks, let's go to, the
Why
Jack
not?
in the Box.
It's freedom of speech. Same thing.
It's a freedom of speech
You
in a
could dress
private
up as
building.
a star and go to Hardee's and order food and just like, this food fucking sucks, and just throw the tray on the ground. That's freedom of speech. You're protected.
Yeah, that's true. Never
You
mind.
could dress up as a talking hat that knows your secret love for women's sock removal, go in there and like say, I don't want the roast beef. Freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing
Get
in the
off
world.
my head, you fucking hat.
Yeah, well, like Mario. Now he's got the hat that he throws on people's heads. They become his servant.
Really?
Yeah, that's the Mario.
haven't seen
Mario
this.
Takes Manhattan, or where the fuck the upcoming Mario game is. He goes to New Bonk City, and he traps people under his will by throwing his cap on them. It's true. You're looking at me like a fool, but this is all true.
So he takes his little red cap with the M on it,
The cap is actually sentient.
and he throws it,
And then he can control.
and he can control them like slaves. So, and he's using them probably to solve whatever quest he's on. But
No, he's using them for his own nefarious
he's using them to like
purposes.
cook him dinner.
Human shields.
Human shields.
Mario's in a war zone, and all he does is throw his hat to get people to stand in front of the bullets.
New Bork City is a
No,
war
New
zone?
Bonk.
I'm sorry.
New Bonk City. You're laughing, but this is true. New Bonk is true.
I thought it was New Bork City. Like,
New
like,
York.
That's what they call New York City in Sweden or something.
New
Bork
York.
City.
The performer, the city. Watch out
So
for
it's
Mario's
New
hat.
Bonk City.
Or New Donk City. Sorry,
And
New Donk.
Mario throws hats on people, making
Yeah.
them his slaves. And then he uses them as shields to protect himself.
Because he's a
from-
contractor in Iraq.
Right. He works with Blackwater. We all know that.
Yeah.
So he uses them as shields to protect him from who?
His enemies. Big Pharma.
Big Pharma.
Yeah, because Big Pharma wants to use their drugs to control people.
Okay, well, explain this to me. Mario's enemy is Big Pharma. Why the fuck was he
Bowser.
Dr. Mario?
Bowser.
No, Dr. Mario.
Because they were alternative medication, which he got sued for.
They're all supplements.
They're basically sugar pills. And he was just like, keep taking this, and your Alzheimer's will go away. And they paid up. They paid like a pony for those precious pills.
I'd never beaten the game, but I heard if you beat Dr. Mario at some
You
point...
get to see him naked.
At some point, he gets totally naked and goes, "Vaccines give you autism!" And then that's it.
Jay McCarthy was right. So he said,
Jay McCarthy was right!
yeah, I'm a stereotype.
Hey, it's awful.
Let me put my hat on you so you can absorb the hail of incoming gunfire. Hey.
How do we continue to get away with this awful stereotype? But people love it.
Murder's good. Sacramucci.
Scum-scabaddy.
Yeah. Skilidapo.
Boopy-doo.
Boopy-doo. Boopy-doo. Boopy-doo.
We are forgetting, I don't want to get into Sonic the
Wendy's!
Hedgehog. Wendy's! Yeah, hot redhead for mascot.
She used to be just like a kid.
Yeah, she used to be a little girl, which is creepy, but now she's like this cute, like 20-something-year-old.
Well, you know what happened? As soon as Dave Thomas died, they're like, we're going to sex up Wendy like no one's business.
Grow that bitch up.
Yeah, and now she's like that fucking insurance woman who exists in the ethereal void and talks to Sonic the Hedgehog. That red-haired lady?
What are you talking about?
The red-haired lady who sells insurance. Remember, she exists in like this white void where there's insurance boxes on the wall, like Flo. I think that's her
She's
name.
not a redhead.
She's not.
No, she's brunette.
No, she used to be red.
She did not have red hair.
Oh, well, you've got to adjust the colors on your TV.
I think you're confusing Flo with the AT&T girl.
Who?
The really cute AT&T girl.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know, but I just want to.
Mrs. Attit.
Yeah, Mrs. Attit.
Yes.
Attit.
I bought insurance for Mrs. Attit. Not good.
She's one of those women that she looks just so wholesome that I want to like do things to her. I just want to like brush her hair, tell her everything's going to be okay.
Like in a weird way?
Well, I'm holding her in a dungeon, obviously hostage, but I wouldn't do anything to her. I'd just keep, feed her well, and I would comb her hair a lot.
That's my primary complaint about women is that they try to escape.
I know.
Like, why can't you just stay still?
I was going to take care of you.
I wouldn't go that far, but I'm just like, running, I don't want to move. I just want to hold a woman captive without having to do all the physical work.
Well, have I got a scheme for you.
Oh, don't tell me the thing about getting cripples, because it didn't work last time, and I don't want the half people.
Okay, I wasn't going to say cripples. I was going to say handicapped, because I'm not insensitive like you piece of shit.
So?
Oh, I'm going to kidnap cripples. You know what you sound like? A monster.
I'm going to cripple nap.
Now, when I say I'm going to kidnap a bunch of handicapped women and keep them in my dungeon,
handicap.
that sounds much... So, yeah.
Kidnap? Handicap.
Handicap these women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're going to make regular women handicapped?
No.
You said I'm going to handicap these women.
No. You said that, and I was just saying it with you.
I did?
Yeah, just because I say something with you doesn't mean I agree with you. If I'm singing along to, I don't know...
your favorite song on the radio.
My favorite song on the radio, which, of course, is the Macarena. That doesn't mean that I also like to fuck dudes behind my husband's back.
I have a question
Which is, I'm pretty sure what that song's about.
Are things still separated? You know, the Offspring in the 90s, you know,
they kept them separated.
They kept on warning everybody about the importance of keeping them separated. Are they still separated? And who's in charge of this?
As long as people keep buying Offspring albums and keep going to Offspring concerts, they will continue to be separated.
Do people do either of those things?
Yes.
They do.
Well, not a lot, but some.
Do they? I didn't even know Offspring still existed.
You know what's funny is how nostalgia works, where something from 20 years ago or 30 years ago is big again. Like, people are like, I'll spend thousands of dollars to go see Guns N' Roses now.
Slash a snake pit.
Does that mean in like 10 or 15 years, then people are like, oh man, we need to fucking get money together and go see Casey and JoJo or Smash Mouth or name another nice band?
Blues Traveler.
Blues Traveler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the guy from Blues Traveler is a very well-balanced person.
Right.
With all his wheels on the ground.
Totally fine.
Traveling at the speed limit. Totally rational guy.
The problem with Blues Traveler was...
The one problem with Blues Traveler is...
We talked about this last week, how Al Roker just lost a lot of his gravitas and gravity when he lost a bunch of weight. Same thing with Blues Traveler. That guy got one of those stomach staple surgeries.
He did?
And then they sucked.
Well, also he's insane.
Yeah, he's also insane.
I mean, he's got that going against him. He's like
he's got
stalking
a
that guy.
bandolero filled with harmonicas. That's not exactly a sane person's outfit.
Well, if you like harmonicas.
I don't.
I said, if you like harmonicas, you could make a bandolero.
I don't like them.
Hypothetical
So why would I
situation.
do this? It's not hypothetical. I wouldn't do it.
I like harmonicas, and I will make a bandolero of harmonicas. There.
Okay.
Are you happy? Me neither.
I want a recorder.
Never.
Like, you know, those tiny little shitty flutes that you used to play when
Yeah,
you were
like
in
first grade. Yeah. Here's an instrument that you won't kill yourself with, and it's just like a 50-cent thing from the Jackass toy store. And then you're like, what song can you play?
Hot cross buns.
Is that a song?
I remember just yelling through the thing and claiming I was playing music.
I remember in first grade when they taught us racist songs.
Really? What racist songs did you learn?
Big Chief Watapatamai.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I went to school. It was a public school in East Summit, Missouri. And the song goes like this. This is the actual song, I swear to God. Big Chief Watapatamai sat in the sun and said, me Hatamai sat in the shade and said, me cooler. Such is the life of an Indian ruler.
God damn!
I still remember it to this very day.
See, the only racist...
It's great because it's, you know, Native Americans, they used to sit in the sun.
Oh, yeah.
Until they got
killed
hot.
them all.
Well, until they died.
Until we killed them all.
Or until they got hot, and then they moved in the shade, and then we killed them.
Right.
With the blankets.
I'm trying to think, the only racist...
We smothered them.
Against Indians, anyway, song that I learned was...
Native Americans.
It's not even racist. It's
Native Indians.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians. That was the only song I remember.
That's not racist, it's just counting.
Yeah, I was just counting them. But other than the fact it was calling them Indians instead of Native Americans, but that doesn't really flow. Well, 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Native Americans.
We were taught 1 little, 2 little, 3 bad, short Asian drivers. Is that racist? In SUVs. That's not racist, is it?
That's probably good stuff, right?
Okay. We're done.
Hey.